Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be looking at the most underrated brawlers in the meta currently. I feel like these brawlers just don't get enough love in their respective modes. So yeah, we're going to be playing with Nez and Drage. I'll put both of their links in the description below. Drage, obviously, you guys should be known by now. He's one of the best players in the world, and he's starting to post regular content again on YouTube. So definitely go check him out, show him some love. He did post recently Tribe versus Clash in the Incase Cup, which was last week. I obviously didn't get a chance to put that on my channel, but he's put it on his channel, so thankfully you guys can go watch it on his channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the first brawler. Alright guys, heading into the first game, I'm sure you guys have heard me speak about this brawler a ton, but it's going to be Surge. So Surge, I love Surge in the meta at the moment. Everyone probably thinks, well, how is Surge still as good as he once was? Because obviously he doesn't have the split shot, but it just goes to show how broken he was when that split shot was in play. He's just absolutely insane at the moment. If you guys got a chance to watch Queso Cup, which is actually, we're going to be playing it later this afternoon. We'll play it Monday and Wednesday, so definitely check it out. It'll be over on Twitch and I think on Falcone Host's channel. I'll put a link in the description for that. But all the best teams that are playing it in that, and Surge isn't normally banned. There's like 4 bans in competitive, and he isn't banned, and he's just ran everywhere. Inside of Gem Grab, he's always ran down the lane. Inside of Brawl, he's ran a lot of the times as well. As I've previously mentioned, he counters Spike pretty well, and he's just a really good lane in general. He can take down most brawlers with a TP and like 3 or 4 shots. And once he gets that third range, there's just not many brawlers that can actually compete with him. He deals obviously 1.5k per shot, and it's an insane amount of damage that people just really underrate. And to be fair, I feel like he probably needs another nerf. He's been so broken in the meta for so long now. Even without a split shot, he's insane. As you can see, I'm just taking down these brawlers. He deals like 4.5k for 3 shots, and his shots are still ridiculously easy to hit. Wow, this Tara's spinning. A bit of BM there. She probably could have actually killed us, but the main thing, as I said, of these TPs, they definitely need to be fixed. It's just insane how easy it is to get value out of his TPs. As you can probably see here, we're just going to go and score. So nice pass from Drage. But yeah, that's going to be the first brawler. Obviously, he's not going to do a ranking on this. I'm just going to go through a ton of brawlers that I, well, not a ton, about 5 or 6 brawlers that I think are really underrated. But Surge, I feel like he's the most underrated by far in the meta. I'll probably go along to say he's probably like a top 8 brawler in this current meta. Let's jump into the next brawler. Alright, so next up is going to be Sandy. So I've said also as well that Sandy is really underrated in this meta. There's a lot of maps that have came out. It's like a month since the update, but literally all of his Brawl maps, Gem Grab maps, Sandy's just pretty decent in. And he's been really undervalued for a very long time now. I mean, he used to be like the strongest brawler in the game at the beginning of this year, and not really found any love since. But I feel like right now Sandy's in a really good place in the meta. He can take down Spike and Tara, 2 of the strongest brawlers down the lanes inside of Gem Grab and Brawl pretty comfortably most of the time. And once you get your super, you can just cycle it a lot of the time, especially on this map here. This is his best map by far. As you can see, look at how much that super covers. Just covers so much grass and just presses the enemies back like immediately. So we're going to get this Tara down here. Tara's 1 shot. We can probably get the Gene down as well. I'm just going to use my gadget. It's probably going to pull me, so I'm probably going to go down, but I did waste his pull near enough. He only got 1 shot back towards this. But yeah, the main reason, as I said, why Sandy's going to be so good in meta, he's a really good counter to Spike. He's a good counter to Tara. Well, Tara's gadget actually counters him sometimes, but once them gadgets are done, Sandy's definitely a good pick against. And then he's got 5k HP, so that's really an underrated aspect about him, because especially in competitive, there's a lot of like Sprout and brawlers that have high amount of HP are just pretty decent in the meta overall. So you see Tara's actually used super. I tried to hug the wall there, but not managing to do so. But I just feel like he just gets so much control, especially in a meta like this. But there's other maps as well he's pretty decent on, like Center Stage, a ton of Gem Grab maps. That's a really good stun from Drage. So I'll be wondering when Bo will be getting a nerf, because as you see, he's a brawler that isn't underrated, overrated. He's just probably like the best brawler in the game. It's actually insane how good he is. But yeah, got to watch out for the Gene here. Sandy's also got really good combination with a bunch of different brawlers. So even the likes of Tara, Gene, like the sneaky brawlers. The tanks, Sandy's got a really good combination with. And if you've got Sandy in a bunch of them comments, you're going to find him pushing much easier. So I'm just going to put this in the corner just for a bit of BM. But that's going to be another underrated brawler in the meta. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, the next brawler is going to be Rosa. So again, just like Sandy, the bushes really help her. And a lot of these new maps, there's a lot of bushes on. So Rosa, I believe she's a really underrated pick in this meta for sure. I see a lot used quite a bit in competitive, to be fair, and she's just a complete nuisance with the gadget. Obviously creating more bushes. There's a ton of different gem grab maps you can use her on, like Undermine, like Hard Rock Mine. You've seen her in the monthly finals. You see her in Sneaker Fields a ton as well. You see her on Crystal Arcade as well. So I mean, Rosa's definitely in a good place right now. Sometimes you kind of feel like she's either really bad or really good, and she's not really been touched in the meta for a very long time. So that's going to be a really quick game. Let's hop into another game with Rosa. Right guys, into another game with Rosa then. So you can just see how perfect she is on this map. Just place a gadget there, and then you can sit behind the wall, constantly heal up with her star power as well. A lot of times you can just catch enemies off guard and punish them. So here we go. That bow's a bit too close to me. I can just get a couple of shots on. Already close to my super. I'm going to use another grass as well. I'll save one more for the respawn. Don't want to use all three on one respawn, because as you guys know, inside of Brawl, the bushes do get destroyed once a goal goes in. So you want to definitely keep one for the respawn. Bow's going to try and activate his gadget, but just actually go down. Let's just slowly take down his mines. Tara's pretty weak. I can just push in here. Tara does opt to pull me, but I can just take her down anyway. Do manage to get her down. I've actually got no reloads, but should be able to get Bow down. But that's going to be an easy goal. But you can just see how much pressure I have with a constant cycle of my super. As long as you play it well, don't play it too aggro. Be a bit patient. I know people with tanks tend to be really aggressive, but you just got to be patient. Just try and got to catch people off guard. But we're going to get literally all of these guys down. Dre's going to pass it off, and we're going to be able to score. So you've just seen there perfectly how to play Rosa in maps like this. But that's going to be another underrated brawler in my opinion. Let's jump into the next one. All right guys, heading into the next brawler then. So it's going to be Sprout, and we're literally facing the comp that probably counts as Sprout the most, because I've got Mortis and a Frank. So it's going to be a little bit of a pain this match. But yeah, Sprout I absolutely love in this meta. He's so popular in terms of his pick rate in competitive. He's such a well-picked brawler. He's really good in mid and in the lane. I mean, he's really good in bounty, really good in Brawl, in gem grab, literally everywhere other than highest. Sprout is going to be just being really good. So I'm going to try. Oh god, completely missing that, and then I'm going to miss again. Okay, wow. There's no way I'm going to miss this one. Okay, third time lucky. We do manage to just score that. So bar my constant chokes and bad plays, Sprout is just unbelievable in his meta. Definitely needs a nerf on his stop power, as I mentioned a ton of times, and it's been a while since he's really not been meta. He's always been meta, even when his overgrowth stop power got nerfed. He's still been meta, as you can see. It's just a bit harder to hit his shots now, but once people learn his mechanics, it's been pretty easy. I mean, for me, I'm normally the Sprout on my team, and I just love playing him in like every single mode. He's just so good in gem grab, and that's why a lot of different brawlers are out of the metas, just literally because of Sprout. So like for example, on Crystal Arcade, I think that map's still out now, or is just out yesterday. He's a really good mid, and especially against like Bow, if you're looking for a counter to Bow in the mid, if you just keep facing Bow in gem grab like I keep doing, Sprout's definitely a good option, because you obviously can shoot over the wall. He's really tanky. You could probably end up tanking some bow mines as well, just because of his star power. I mean, he's one of the most comfortably used brawlers in terms of competitive. So I'm going to use my wall here. His wall's actually really good. I do actually manage to block off my teammate, unfortunately, there, but a lot of times once you learn how to use the walls to block off different lanes, the correct time to use his walls to break up a bit of grass if you're facing tanks. I mean, I'm going to use it there. Probably a bit of a bad play. Dre does unfortunately move his mines. We're trying to get this Mortis on me. That is one of his big weakness about him. If someone's on top of you, it's really hard to consistently hit your shots, but we should be able to get these guys down, and we're able to pick up the win inside of this one. So yeah, Sprout, I still feel like he's still underrated. People in like tier lists saying like he's not that good in Brawl, etc, but I feel like he's good everywhere except for highest right now. So that's going to be Sprout. I still feel like he's underrated. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, heading into the last brawler that I still feel like is going to be underrated. I've gone for Rico. So Rico has always been a bit underappreciated in the meta, and I still feel like now he's still super underappreciated. He's pretty good on near enough every single lane on side of, well, actually not. He's decent on most maps inside of gem grab. I mean, Brawl, you can use him on a ton of different maps. Same with heist. He's going to be a really good hybrid brawler inside of heist. Bounty is not going to be the best in, but I just feel like Rico is definitely just how you kind of play him. If you play him well, he's going to be dominating for sure. As you can see, I'm trying to get some bounce shots on him here. able to pick these guys off pretty easily. But yeah, Rico, it's probably his best map, but then there's a ton of other maps where I just feel like he's just so underappreciated. Drake's going to go for that shot there, kind of distracting me, just actually enabling me to die. Maybe Drake can pass this off and we can actually score, so that's going to be pretty epic. So yeah, we're going to play one more game. That was only pretty short. Let's hop into another game. Okay guys, jumping into another game then. So up against a B in the mid should be pretty decent, but Rico down the lane. B's going to get shot me there, but yeah, you guys know, probably a bit biased maybe. I feel like he's still underappreciated. Maybe he does need like a slight buff or something. I just never feel like he gets any kind of attention whatsoever. He did actually receive like a health buff earlier in the year, but that's probably literally it. That's the only time he's been actually touched in terms of start, whatever. I mean, he's pretty balanced, but I feel like he's never been meta, and I'd like for him to be meta pretty soon, and maybe just gets like an increase in range, or maybe another increase in health, something like that, just to make him more competitively viable. But we're going to super him here just to make sure we get the kills. So normally a lot of people tend to use the speed. I mean, I prefer the balance, the extra damage, just because it does stack up quite quickly. But I mean, the speed definitely is pretty good. You can evade damage, and a lot of the time it's really hard to kill with speedy Rico. So as you can see, that Rico's going to be really speedy. It's going to be really hard to take him down until I get like a super or something. But looking like our Brock's going to be able to break it up, and we're going to be able to score. So yeah, that's going to be that for sure. And not really much more to say about Rico, to be honest. He's just a flat around all good brawler. I mean, I'm going to try and super here, try and get some really good value. This Rico's really speedy. I'm just spamming auto aim because it's so hard to hit him. Look how fast he is. He can just avoid everything. But yeah, in terms of heist, I don't really play heist much on the channel at all. I just don't really like playing I mean, I do enjoy playing it in competitive, but in terms of ladder, it's just a bit boring and stale for me. Other than like Kaboom and Safe Zone, I really love playing them two maps, but other than that, heist is a bit boring. Normally I just play Gem Grab or Brawl, and that's where Rico obviously really good in. Rico's pretty low. I mean, Rico versus Rico matchup speed a lot of the time does tend to win, just because how hard it is to hit him. So I need to actually heal up here, but we should be able to win this game. 20 seconds left. Wow, B's going to 3k shot me. So I mean, I'm not even playing that good in this side of this game. And maybe I do need to watch out a little bit in case they come for a late surge. But this should be the end of this one. Yeah, that Rico's going to be sped up. Maybe Drake can defend this. Hopefully he can. Yeah, he's going to be able to do that because Tara will be free shot from Drake. So that's going to be the final game for us and the final brawler. Alright guys, this is going to be the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section below what brawlers you still feel like are pretty underrated. Obviously this is just my opinion on what I've seen like in the comment section and just people running in general on ladder. I don't really see these brawlers a ton, but I do actually see these in competitive, so be quite interesting to see if they ever come into the ladder kind of side of things. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.